Oh, I'm looking for Bart Madden. Is he in?
I'm sorry you can't see him. He's busy.
He must be keeping secrets from you. He sent her me.
Look, mister, I told you he's busy.
Just tell him Eddie Norton is here.
Okay, Ruthie.
You said not to let anybody in.
Yeah, I know, but Eddie's different. We were pals in St. Louis when we were just getting a start. Right, Eddie?
Sure. We're old pals.
She's just being a good secretary. Bring some drinks, Ruthie.
I thought we were going out.
Could we have some drinks, please? Well, come in, fella. Make yourself comfortable. Have a seat. Well, why don't you sit down?
Oh, thanks. I just dropped in for a minute.
Well, that's too bad. I was going to have Ruthie call up a friend. When'd you get in town?
A couple of days ago.
You like the place?
Sure, it's a swell layout.
No, not this. The town.
It's all right.
You know, Eddie, I've branched out since we last saw each other. I've got a new line. Business management. And I think you're just the kind of a client I could help.
I don't have any trouble managing the money I get, making a monkey out of myself in that store window.
Probably not. But with your intelligence, if you took full advantage of your present opportunity. You get what I mean, Eddie?
I'm not sure that I do. But coming from you, I'm fairly certain it's not legitimate.
Don't tell me you've changed that much.
Listen, the one time I did step out of line, I paid plenty for it.
That's because you weren't smart.
Yeah, but you were. That's why I took the rap.
Eddie, let's quit sparring around. I've got a job for you. One that'll make a lot of money for both of us. Have you thought about how much dough must be lying around that store now that the Christmas rush is on?
I'm not interested.
You don't want to go on working in that window for peanuts, do you?
That's exactly what I want.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't let you do it. As your manager, it hurts my pride.
You're wasting your breath. I don't want any part of it.
That's too bad, because you won't be working in that window very long.
Oh? Why not?
Well, the Mammouth people wouldn't want a guy with a record working so close to all that money, would they?
I get it. It's the old squeeze. Either I play it your way or I lose my job. Huh?
Well, that's the general idea, but you don't have to give me an answer now. Think it over and drop in when you made up your mind. I can wait a whole day. Have a drink.
No, thanks. I never touch it. And I'm allergic to flowers. They remind me of funeral parlors.
Well, your pal's not so palsy anymore.
He'll get over it. Remember, he's a ranger in town.
What did he mean about funeral parlors?
Hello, honey.
Hello, darling. Why, Eddie? What's the matter?
Everything. My past has caught up with me.
I didn't even know you had a past. Something to do with that friend you visited tonight?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I suppose this is as good a time as any. I didn't tell you before because in the beginning I thought it might hurt my chances with you. And after we're married, I didn't see any reason for it because we were happy and getting along all right. That's all over now. This friend, as you call him, is going to get me fired.
Fired?
Yeah. You see, honey, years ago before I met you, I made a mistake. One that drew a prison rap. Bart Madden was in on the deal, too. But I was the one that went away. Oh, don't get me wrong. I had it coming to me. And when I came out, I wasn't mad at anybody. I was still young, and I figured on getting a fresh start. A clean one. So I got that job in Fort Wayne. And right away, you happened to me. Which was pretty swell. But you remember that job didn't last long.
Yes, I do remember.
That's because the man I was working for found out about my record. And now I'm faced with the same proposition. Bart Madden's going to tell the people at the store unless...
Unless what?
Unless I pull a job and split the money with him.
Oh, but of course you're not going to.
You're right. I'm not going to split with anybody.
What do you mean?
Bart made it pretty plain to me. So I'm not going to lose any more jobs. I'm going to wrap up this one package that'll take care of our worries for a long time. And you're going to help me. Hello, Bart. This is Eddie. I've been thinking that matter over. I decided to put in with you. Sure. I'll let you know just when.
Pardon. Do you have change for $1?
No, but I'll stake you to a paper.
Oh, thanks.
Your picture in it?
Why, yes. How did you know?
Why would a pretty model be in such a hurry to buy a paper if a picture wasn't in it?
What makes you think I'm a model?
That gown? A little late in the day to be coming from a party, isn't it? You've certainly got everything it takes to make clothes look good.
Thanks.
That's the best thing I've seen in that sheet in years. I'd like to see you in that dress sometime.
That ought to be easy. I'm showing it at 2:30. Thanks for the paper.
Oh, that's all right.
This ensemble is not limited to the cocktail hour. Discerning women will immediately recognize its suitability for all occasions de l'après-midi, afternoon occasions. And now, my crowning achievement of the entire season, and I called it Une folie de la claire de lune, Moonlight Madness. In this creation, I have tried to combine soft and clinging folds with natural contours.
It's lovely.
But not for your contours, dear. Miss Gray, I just have come to tell you how happy I am with the first week of our association.
Oh, thank you very much.
Je vous en prie, do not thank me. You are magnifique. Alors, my design and your chassis, together we are invincible. We are selling to the most fashionable people in town, and this is important. I'm very glad to have met you.
Oh, just a moment. This is $20 short.
How short?
Why, yes, what about that newspaper advertisement? You see, I get paid $10 an hour extra for commercial posing.
I beg your pardon, but as a store employee, you are not entitled to any extra pay.
Maybe that's the way you figure it, but let me point out the store used my picture in an ad without my consent.
I'm sorry, this is not my department.
Claire Gray?
Yes?
Package for you. Sign here, please.
Thank you.
What's that?
I don't know. It's from the Mammouth department store. It's Moonlight Madness.
Huh?
That's the name of the gown.
Yeah, what's the name of the sender?
Oh, it must be a mistake. Nobody be sending it to me.
Here's a clue.
Beautiful. This is just a little keepsake from your newsboy. It's from Bart Madden. I must have made quite an impression on him.
Yeah, I guess you did. What's his newsboy routine?
Oh, I told you. He bought me a newspaper just before he came to the fashion show, remember?
Yeah, but this is pretty expensive, isn't it?
$395.
You must have tied that guy in knots.
Oh, hold everything, darling. Wasn't it your idea for me to meet Bart Madden in the first place?
Yeah, sure, but beautiful. You wouldn't sail for that guy, would you?
What do you think?
I understand, Miss Gray, that you have registered a complaint.
That's right.
I wish to make it clear that the company has very definite rules regarding a situation of this sort. As I was saying, it has long been our policy to investigate our employees' complaints and to, shall we say, appease any reasonable request.
That sounds very fair, Mr. Wickle.
We especially want to maintain friendly relations with our older employees. How long have you been with us, Miss Gray?
Just 1 week today.
Only a week? My. Hardly long enough to get to know us. However, I'm sure there must be some solution for your little problem. Yes. I'm certain we can arrive at an understanding.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Wickle. Really, you've no idea how much those few extra dollars mean to a girl who works for a living.
You're wrong, Miss Gray. I know exactly how important the money is, and I'm going to see that you get it. May I suggest that you meet me at the 8th Street entrance at closing time?
Oh, you don't have to go to all that trouble. Just leave it at the paymaster's and I'll pick it up.
No, my dear. I know best. Avoid the usual departmental red tape. I'll be waiting for you at the employee's entrance. Miss Gray, I'm pleased to tell you that I have the entire matter adjusted to your satisfaction.
Oh, thank you. I'm very grateful.
And perhaps you'll have dinner with a tired executive? Some quiet spot where we can forget the cares of the day. Shall we?
I'm not sure, Mr. Wickle.
Oh, come. I know just the place.
Hello, Eddie.
Hello, honey.
Think I'd never get here.
Oh, I knew you'd show up eventually as soon as you shook that funny-looking character. Who was he?
That was Mr. Wickle, cashier at the Mammouth store. Member of the Misunderstood Husbands Club. He told me the story of his life all through dinner, and then he spent the rest of the evening showing me snapshots of himself. Most of them taken when he was much younger. You'll be interested in this one.
What am I supposed to do? Admire his physique in a bathing suit? Baby, if these figures mean what I think they do, we're in. Why, after this caper, we'll be in clover up to our hips, even higher than that. Well, I'll buy you gowns that'll make that thing Bart gave you look like a house dress. We're gonna see how the other half of the world lives as soon as we get out of this town.
That may not be so simple.
You're talking about Bart, of course.
Uh-huh.
Well, he pushed me into this thing, and I'm gonna see it through. But I'm not gonna give him a quarter.
He can make it awful tough for you, Eddie. We can still forget the whole thing.
Stop talking like that. I'm not afraid of Bart. Why, we're smarter than he is any time. There's only one thing I don't like about this setup.
What's that?
You're being mixed up in it. I don't like the idea of you having to play up to him, and him giving you expensive presents.
I don't like it either, Eddie. But you said you needed my help.
Yeah, I know.
I do.
Hello? Oh, hello. Thought I might be hearing from you. Sure, come right up. I'll be waiting.
Do you believe in loving, honey? You bet I do. Well, I believe in loving.
You take this note down to Tony Palermo at the Blue Grotto and tell him I said to put you to work.
But don't you want to hear the rest of the song?
Oh, I've heard enough. You just tell Tony that I said you'd fit right in.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Madden. I certainly appreciate what you're doing for me.
That's all right, beautiful. If you hurry right down, Tony will put you to work tonight.
But I thought
You just go on down there and sing pretty for the customers, and I'll drop in sometime and hear you. All right?
Well,
Good night.
Good night. Hello.
Come in, beautiful. Come in. For me?
Hardly.
I see. Somebody else has been buying your pretties.
No. That's the gown you bought me.
I get it. Needs some alterations.
No. I'm bringing it back to you, Mr. Madden.
You mean you don't like it?
I love it. It was a hard job, but I finally convinced myself I don't know you well enough to accept expensive presents.
That on the level?
Uh-huh.
Well, that clears the decks. Now we can start all over again. First, we'll have a few cocktails to make the conversation light and airy. What do you say?
Oh,
Come on, now make yourself to home, beautiful. I'll be back with a shaker full of cocktails in a pair of minutes. Don't go away. The ingredients are all ready. Take your hat off if you feel like it. Hoping you'd be wearing that dress the next time I saw you. You don't look so guilty. You like it, don't you?
Yes, very much.
Well, you know me well enough. There'll be plenty of others. Here's to that day. What's the matter, beautiful? You afraid of me?
Should I be?
No, I'm just a homebody at heart. Why don't you relax? I'll have some food sent up. We'll have a nice, cozy little dinner.
Please don't.
Not used to having dinner alone in apartments with men you don't know very well. Is that it?
That's it.
I believe you. Well, I've got another idea. Suppose we go out somewhere for dinner.
I'd like that.
On one condition. That you wear this gown. Well, I want to show you off. I'll get a ringside table at the best nightclub in town. Now you can go right in there and slick up. Don't be afraid. There's a key on the inside of the door. Here. Beautiful. That name certainly fits you. So does the dress. Hello? Oh, hello, Freddie. You don't say. Hang on a minute. Come here, beautiful. Say that again, will you, Freddie? All of it. Listen carefully.
What's the matter? Ain't I talking plain? I'm telling you, Eddie Norton didn't come out of the store at quitting time, and he's still in there. The big top must be on.
Stay on the job, Freddie, and tell the rest of the boys. Well, it's a nice little play of yours. Keeping me busy while your boyfriend works a double cross.
Double cross? Boyfriend?
Yeah, Eddie. This is my deal, didn't he tell you? He should have before you try to play games with me. You might as well wear that rag home. That's all you'll get out of this.
Bart says for you to watch the front of the store till the guy comes out.
I wish he'd hurry. I'm not cut out for night work.
Tell it to Bart. I'm only saying what he said.
What are you up to?
Nothing. I was just going to meet a friend.
Yeah?
That's the truth, honest.
You generally meet your friends in alleys? Come on, let you and me take a little walk to a call box.
You can't pinch me. I wasn't doing a thing, and I know my rights. I'm a taxpayer.
Sure. Everybody is.
Nothing wrong, officer?
Oh, hello, Mr. Madden.
In trouble, Freddie?
No, I was just minding my own business, waiting for you to show up when this flatfoot grabbed me. I tried to tell him I was...
Pipe down. Were you going to meet the squirt?
Yeah, but I'm a little bit late.
No, you weren't. You were just in time. See?
Okay. Sorry.
That's all right. Freddie did probably look like a suspicious character.
With a kisser like that, how could he look like anything else?
Good night, officer.
Good night, Mr. Madden.
Come on, Freddie. You still in there?
Yeah.
What a surprise he's going to get when he does try to make a getaway.
Tough on an old dame like that having to work nights. Probably somebody's mother, too.
You've told us everything, Mr. Wickle.
Absolutely everything. I came in here this morning and there was the safe. The door open and the money gone.
Here's a statement of cash on hand, Mr. Wickle.
Thank you.
What was the score?
$256,723.49.
$250,000. Did you find anything yet, Jerry?
No.
You'd better keep looking. Who else has the combination of the safe besides you?
Mr. Gates, our president, and Mr. Lightfoot, the treasurer of the company.
I don't suppose you ever told it to anyone in a weak moment?
Sir, I'll have you know that I've been a trusted employee of the Mammouth store for 18 years.
Okay, don't get your shoulder up. I thought you might have jotted the combination down on a notebook or something.
Certainly not.
You just carried it around your head, huh?
Yes, that's right.
You got a list of the extra help you hired during the holiday rush?
Yes, I have.
You better round them all up. I want to check on them. What's the idea?
They want to talk to you upstairs.
What about?
Just a routine checkup of new employees. Report to the cashier's office.
I don't think she's
Well, everyone's been accounted for except a model named Claire Gray. And that fellow does tricks in the window. Here's the man we're looking for. He was working there under the name of Edward Mitchell.
Edward Norton, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he certainly got an early start, didn't he?
Yeah.
You mentioned something about Bart Madden earlier. Do you think he's in on it?
Could be. One of his gunzos had a run-in with the officer on the beat outside the store last night. Bart covered for him.
Here it is, Captain.
Well, it cinches it.
Cinches what?
Bart, the girl, and Eddie Norton are all tied up together.
Well, would you mind letting me in on it?
Not at all. This sales slip shows that Bart bought a gown for that missing model, Eddie Norton's wife.
Wife?
Yeah, they were married a couple of years ago in Fort Wayne.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get Bart Madden in here. Yes? Bart Madden? We'll send him in.
I sent him a special invitation.
Hello, boys. You want to see me? Oh, giving me the old silent treatment, huh? They ought to pay you more money, Sutton. Your cigars are awful. The guy who picked me up gave me the impression you were in a hurry to see me.
Oh, no, there's no hurry, Bart. With a fellow like you, it's only a question of time.
Quit stalling. I'm a busy man.
I'm terribly sorry. Just wanted to ask you a few questions. You got a new girlfriend, Bart?
Suppose I have. Is that news?
Maybe it's news that Eddie Norton's in town.
Eddie Norton? You don't say.
We thought maybe Eddie dropped in to see you.
No, I haven't laid eyes on him. I'm a little disappointed he didn't look me up, though.
His wife must have looked you up. You bought her a very expensive evening gown.
Don't tell me that beautiful model is Eddie's wife. Kid's doing all right. She didn't even mention him.
You're lying, Bart. What were you doing around the Mammouth store last night?
Look, Sutton, I don't know what the play is, but I park my car and talk to my friends anywhere I want to in this town.
And you didn't know a thing about Eddie Norton being inside the store.
I tell you, I haven't seen him or heard from him.
And you didn't know that he got away from the place with over $250,000.
$250,000? Kid hit the jackpot.
You're not that surprised, Madden. Did you get your cut yet?
Don't be talking like that, Donovan. If you've got a rap against me, start doing your stuff.
When I'm ready to start, you'll know it.
Do I walk out of here now, or do I call my lawyer?
You can go.
Thanks. Thanks very much. If you do see Eddie, let me know, will you? I'd like to see him myself.
The jitters, haven't you?
Why shouldn't I? Penned up in this place for a week.
You figured on that, didn't you?
Sure, but it can get on my nerves just the same. There's only the cops to worry about. I'd make a break for it right now.
Well, it won't be that easy to get away from Bart.
And these newspapers. You'd think after playing up the story in the front pages for a few days, they'd lay off. But no, they've got those flashy pictures of you to play with. So they keep blasting them all over the place. I sure let you in for something, didn't I?
I can take it if you can.
I'll take it, okay? But with music. I'm going out and buy a radio.
Oh, not in the daytime, Eddie. That's dangerous.
Stores are closed at night. Now, don't you worry, honey. I'll be back with that radio before you even miss me.
Who is it?
It's me. Let me in.
Well, what do you want?
I want my kite. You got my kite.
Oh, you must be mistaken, young fella.
My name's not young fella. My name's Skipper, and I want my kite.
I tell you, I haven't got your kite.
I'll show it to you.
What are you doing?
There it is on that wire. Will you get it for me, please?
Oh, you're right, Skipper. I don't know if I can reach it, but I'll try.
Gee, you're pretty. Huh? My mom was pretty before she went away. Ivory said you're so pretty the angels want all to themselves.
Well, I don't know who Ivory is, darling, but you go right on believing it.
What's the idea of the kid in the mud?
He came in to get his kite.
Kite? What are you talking about? Quiet, Pooch.
His name's not Pooch, his name's Slugger. What's yours?
Get him out of here, quick.
I'm not going to. I get my kite. And it's out there.
Get it for him, honey.
All right, I'll get it for you. And for the love of Mike, keep that dog quiet.
Who's Mike?
Forget Mike. Just make that dog shut up.
Be still, Slugger. I'm ashamed of you. Be still, Slugger.
Here it is.
You broke my kite. It's all busted.
Let me handle this. Oh, there, Skipper. Don't cry. He'll get you a new kite.
I don't want a new kite. I want my old one.
Well, then he'll fix it for you, won't you, honey?
Me? What do I know about kites?
You were a kid once, weren't you?
Sure, but I'm not fixing any kites. All right, I'll fix it for you. Only please stop that bawling.
Thanks, honey.
Honey?
She calls you honey. Isn't that your name?
Oh, of course it is. Now, look, Skipper, why don't you just run along home and you can come back tomorrow and your kite will be all fixed.
Okay. Come on, Slugger. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Skipper. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye, honey.
Wasn't he wonderful?
Never mind that. Just tell me why you let him in here.
Well, he just came to the door and knocked. We have nothing to fear from a little boy, Eddie.
No, I suppose he lives all alone. You keep on opening the door and the wrong guy's gonna walk in here.
But I'm telling you, I couldn't help it, Bart. I spots him on the street and follows him into a department store. And when I'm going by an elevator, about 2 tons of women hit me. The next minute, I'm on the 4th floor before I can even get my breath.
What a guy. And a bunch of dames push you around.
I suppose it never happened to you.
What?
But Bart, you must remember, I'm a very small fella, and these dames came in big bunches.
All I'm remembering is he got away. Don't let it happen again. Now get this. I want Eddie Norton before the cops find him. We know he's still in town because Freddie saw him. Just pass the word along to all the boys. I'm expecting him for a Christmas present. That's all.
When I was a kid, I built a lot of kites. Not dinky little ones like this, but big box kites that flew without a tail. Took weeks and weeks to build them. You know, when you're a kid, you got a lot of patience. I remember I haunted my old man for 2 whole years for a pair of skates.
Did you finally get them?
No, I gave up, and pretty soon I was too old to care much about skating.
What'd you say?
Oh, nothing important. I was just thinking out loud. I always had to wait a long time for anything I got. Up to now, it hasn't been much. But this time I made it.
Eddie,
Yeah?
Skipper's going to be crazy about you for fixing his kite. Wasn't he cute thinking your name was Honey?
Claire, you shouldn't go overboard about that kid. The first thing you know, his old lady will be dropping in for a neighborly chat.
Nothing to worry about there. His mother's dead.
Oh. That's too bad.
Now that you're clean, you gotta get dry.
Is that the same pooch that went in there with you?
Uh-huh. Looks better, doesn't he?
Yeah. But I still say you're getting too chummy with the neighbors.
Oh, my washing his dog couldn't hurt. Isn't he glamorous? You even smell good. I'll get it. Who is it?
It's me, Ivy. Is our dog Slugger in there?
Oh, yes, he is. Just a minute. So you're Ivory.
Yes, and that's me.
Skipper told me all about you.
Yes, he told me about you, too. And about your husband fixing his kite. Oh, he says you quality folks. Hey, Slugger, what's happened to you? Your complexion sure changed.
I gave him a bath. I hope you don't mind.
Mind? Oh, glory, no. I ain't never been able to give that dog a bath. 'Cause Skipper taught him to hide the minute he hears running water. Well, I guess I'll be taking him home. You know, Skipper just won't close his eyes unless Slugger's in bed with him. Well, thanks for washing him.
That's all right.
And if the little boy bothers y'all by coming in here, let me know. We live right down the hall.
Oh, he's no bother at all.
I didn't think so. You look like the kind of a lady that'd like a little boy as sweet as he is. Reckon you'll be having one of your own someday. Well, good night.
Good night. She's gone, Eddie. Did you hear what she said?
Yeah. I also heard you tell her the kid was no bother. You practically gave them both an invitation to drop in any time.
Eddie, don't you like Skipper just a little bit?
Sure, I like him. He's swell. But I still say we can't afford to take chances.
She spoiled my dog.
She did no such thing. He's beautiful. Just smell him.
He stinks awful.
He does not. And from now on, he gets a bath every Saturday night.
Look what you done. You hurt his feelings.
Skipper's here for his kite, Eddie. Come on out. He'll want to thank you personally.
Okay.
There you are.
Oh, boy, as good as new. Better even. You sure are a swell kite fixer, honey. Thanks a lot.
It's all right, old-timer. I was glad to do it.
Who is it?
Mr. Thomas. Skipper in there?
Oh, Daddy, looky my kite.
Why, that's fine. You'd never know it had been broken, would you? Oh, good morning, Miss... Oh, I'm sorry. I guess Skipper didn't tell me your name.
Moore. Mrs. Moore.
His name's Honey. He fixed my kite.
Well, that was a nice neighborly thing to do. Don't let me interrupt your shaving. The lather's drying.
Yeah, I guess I better finish it.
Well, come on, Skipper. Let's get out of here. Give these people a little privacy.
What's privacy?
Privacy? That's what little boys let big people have when they don't go traipsing in on them at all hours.
Oh.
I'm very much obliged to you for everything that you've done. It's nice to know that your neighbors like your kid. Come on, Slugger. Good morning.
Goodbye, honey.
Bye.
This is the payoff. First it's a kid, then a maid, now a cop.
Oh, I don't think he suspected anything.
Maybe not, but it's a cinch we don't want that kid dropping in here again, even for a minute.
All right, Eddie.
No, you can't go in there.
Hello, Madden. You want to see me?
Yeah.
Sit down. Make yourself at home.
I can say what I've got to say on my feet.
Got some new cigars there. Try one.
I'll stick to my own.
Suit yourself. Have you located Eddie Norton yet?
That's your job. And don't start sparring with me. I'm here to talk about those gremlins of yours.
Gremlins?
Yeah, the 24-hour shift of stooges you got on my tail. I can't eat a meal without one of them looking over my shoulder, watching every bite. I want to know why.
I'm interested in your diet. I want to know what a fellow like you eats that makes him think he can come in here and get tough with me.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Donovan, Bart Madden's in my office. Yeah, he says your boys are beginning to annoy him. Have him stay right on the job. And don't forget what I told you. If he tries to intimidate any one of them, pin his ears back, but good.
Don't get in over your head, Sutton.
Now, would you mind getting out of here? This is my busy morning.
The police, they're after us. Eddie! Eddie! No, don't shoot, please! Please, don't shoot!
Claire, honey, wake up.
Oh, Eddie! They didn't shoot you.
Of course not. You were having a bad dream, that's all.
Oh, it was a terrible dream. There were policemen everywhere, and Bart was going to shoot you. Oh, Eddie, I just know something's going to happen.
Now take it easy. We're here and the money is safe, and the cops haven't got us. And neither is Bart. We're leaving here in a few days. We're going to make arrangements tomorrow. And I'll take you so far away, you'll never have to bother that pretty head of yours. In fact, your only problem will be spending that money on anything you want. Now relax, beautiful.
Okay, Eddie. I'm sorry I was such a scared cat and woke you up.
Don't apologize. It's no joke having the cops and a gorilla like Bart all after you in one dream. Now give me another kiss and try to get some sleep. Good night again.
Good night, darling. Eddie.
Uh-huh.
Did you mean it when you said I could have anything I wanted?
Sure I did. Anything.
Thanks, Eddie. Thanks very much.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What do you want most of all?
I'll tell you sometime. When we're away from here, away from the cops and Bart.
Joe Eggers. Has he been in this evening?
Not for a lot of evenings.
Where can I find him?
I don't know. Maybe that guy down there can help you. He's a pal of his.
Thanks. Give me a straight berth. Anybody sitting here?
No, sit down.
Thanks. Must be pretty rugged driving a truck this time of year.
No, you said it, brother. I ran into plenty of snow this last trip.
That'll be half a buck.
Take it out of this and pour him another. I don't like to drink alone.
Oh, thanks.
The same?
Yeah.
I'll bet you're glad when you pull in from a long trip.
Why? Me, it's a regular grind. Nice rest, and I'm out again.
Not tomorrow night. It's Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, just another trip for me. I'll be highballing with the freight just the same. Well, here's looking at you.
Have another?
What makes you so big-hearted?
Could be. I'm interested in the trucking business. 2 more of the same, bartender. You seen Joe Ayers lately?
No, not for months. Last I heard of him, he was planning on blowing town.
It's too bad. I had a little proposition I want to talk over. Well, here's how.
How?
You do all right jockeying a truck, huh?
I make a living? Why?
Just thought maybe we could cook up a little deal.
What deal?
One where you could make some money quick. You interested?
I'm listening.
Well, there's a couple of people that want to leave town tomorrow night. As freight.
What kind of freight comes high?
They're ready to pay a premium. There's $5 grand in it for you. Here's a down payment.
You just bought yourself some transportation, fella. Where do I pick them up?
Bartender, bring me a paper and pencil. Claire. Beatty, I've got good news. It's all set. We're getting out of here tomorrow night.
Drink up, Joe. Bartender, set him up for the house. On me.
Hey, where'd you get the bankroll, Hyman? Did you hit a long shot or something?
Yeah, a long shot with 2 legs. Giving a couple of people a lift tomorrow night. A lift that'll parlay this right into $5 grand.
It's a lot of dough.
Yeah?
Mr. Madden?
Who wants him?
Well, he wouldn't know me, but I got some news for him. Important news. Been trying to locate him since last night.
I'm Madden. Spill it.
Maybe I better come inside to tell you.
I can listen standing right here. What's it about?
Well, I've been reading the papers, Mr. Madden, and I figured it might be worth something to you to get the dope on a couple of people that are shipping themselves out of town tonight in a truck. They're paying $5 grand for the trip. Think of anybody who might want to leave like that in a hurry?
Come in.
And when the 3 wise men, with their beards way down here, saw this light in the sky, they knew something mighty important was happening in Bethlehem. So they said, what are we sticking around here for? Let's get with it and see what's going on. So they climbed on the little donkeys and rode into Bethlehem.
Donkeys?
Yes, indeed. They were same as automobiles in those days. Of course, they wasn't so fast. But there wasn't so many traffic accidents neither. Well, anyhow, when they got into Bethlehem, the light led them straight to a barn. And there in the manger, what do you think they found?
A little baby.
Why, bless your heart. You recollect that story from last year, don't you?
Sure, and here's a king, too. All the people from miles around brought him presents. That's why Santa Claus brought presents every year on his birthday.
That's right. That sure is the truth. all a Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you. Same to you.
Money up.
Well, glory be. I'm sure much obliged. Where's Skipper? Well, he's fast asleep waiting for Santa to come. Why don't you kind of listen for him?
Why,
I'm sneaking down to the janitor's apartment to exchange some greetings with some of my friends. Well, Merry Christmas again, and good night.
Good night.
Yeah?
Open up, Eddie. It's payoff time.
It's Bart.
Come on, open up. Don't clam up, sucker. I'm coming in.
Hey, you!
You ought to know you couldn't get away with this. Where's the dough? I'm taking it, all of it.
You're not taking a dime.
I'm not, huh?
I'm surprised at you, Bart. You're slipping. Coming at me with an empty gun. Claire, get the money. So you killed a cop, huh?
Why not? They'll never hang it on me. I'm in the clear. I didn't clip that store for $250,000. Why should I want to kill him? Cop.
The cop got Bart. Get the bag quick, we're leaving.
But, Eddie...
Don't argue, you heard what Bart said. Now it's a murder rap.
Daddy. 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 Daddy.
Get your hat.
Daddy. My daddy won't talk to me.
Come on.
He's hurt.
Oh, Eddie, we can't walk out on him now. We've got to help him.
Look, this is our only chance. I'm not going to toss it out the window.
All right, Eddie.
He's hurt.
I'll help you.
I can handle him alone.
Is my daddy sick?
Yes, he is, darling. But we're going to take care of him. And while we're doing that, you can do something to help.
What?
You come over here and I'll show you. Now, you sit right there and watch for Santa. And don't take your eye off that chimney because he'll be here any minute.
Will my daddy be all right?
Of course he will. You just leave everything to us. And watch that chimney.
Okay.
How is he?
Pretty bad.
Oh, Eddie, we've got to call a doctor.
You know what that means. He'll call the police.
I know, but we can't leave him here to die with that baby in there watching his Christmas stocking.
Okay. Call a doctor.
Thank you, Doctor, and please, hurry.
Skipper, what are you doing?
How can Santa Claus could do that, Julie? They ain't any hold of it.
You'd be surprised what Santa can do. Why, he can get into places where there aren't any doors or windows even.
Maybe so, but I gotta see.
You just stay here and you will.
Okay.
Hello, Skipper. This is Captain Martin. A Merry Christmas to you. Is your father there?
Yes. They can't come to the phone. He's very sick.
Sick? What's the matter with him? What? In the hall? The neighbors had to carry him in and put him to bed, huh? Okay, Skipper. Thomas's kid says he's sick. The neighbors had to put him to bed.
Well, that's strange. He was okay when I left him a half an hour ago.
Let's take a run over to his place and see what's going on. Wish that doctor would hurry. He's losing a lot of blood. What's this? Bart Madden.
And very dead.
Captain Martin come to see my daddy, honey.
Who did it? You're Eddie Norton. That's right. You don't need that gun. Mine's over there in my coat.
Claire and Edward Norton, you will approach the bench. You have pleaded guilty to a charge of grand larceny. I will now pass sentence. The court is aware of the fact that you have made complete restitution of the stolen money. I am also aware of the fact that you forfeited a chance to escape in order to aid an injured man. However, your admission that you deliberately planned this crime makes my duty clear. There's no escape from the law. Respect for the law is the foundation of the liberties cherished by all free men. I sentence you to serve in the state penitentiary for the time prescribed by law. The court's adjourned.
Well, beautiful, I guess you'll have to wait a long time for whatever it is you wanted most. You never did tell me what it was.
Never mind, Eddie. Never mind.